And it's Tuesday the 6th of March 2018. It's about 8:30 in the morning. This is a bit of a filler today because there's not a lot going on, but there's plenty of stuff coming up in the near future. I do a lot of videos for people each month for my private clients, and when you do that, you do a month ahead, you get an idea of what's coming up every day for the coming month or two in advance. And over this last few weeks, I've watched the Mercury-Venus conjunction, which as Mercury slows down and Venus speeds up, has been pretty much constant. And the reason I'm commenting on this today is because Mercury has just moved into Aries, literally in the last hour or two. Venus will move into Aries shortly, later today. And whilst this doesn't have any great meaning apart from those people born at the equinox, who should have quite a nice day incidentally, Mercury is getting ready, is slowing down fast, and within a few days we will go into the Mercury retrograde shadow within 2 or 3 days. And once that happens, then that's the sort of opening gambit to a whole lot of other things. Jupiter goes retrograde today, I believe. We've got a Sun square Mars coming up for a couple of weeks over the next few weeks, and that's going to up the ante. It gets really strong towards about the 22nd, 23rd, 24th of this month, and I'm seeing it in a lot of people's charts, which suggests that there's going to be some pretty strong times for individuals around that time. At the same time, or just after this, Mars in Capricorn, which is imminent, will be conjuncting both Saturn at the start of next month, then conjuncting Pluto before it does its retrograde thing around the end of June through to the end of August. Before that, of course, we've got what I call, I'm not going to be impolite here, but the massive storm that's coming up in the middle 10 days of May. And I'll be focusing more and more on that as we get towards it. There'll be a number of funerals and possibly a wedding. What is it, 4 funerals and a wedding, or 4 weddings and a funeral? Should be interesting. What's also really interesting is that over the last few weeks and now to this day, there's such an elemental imbalance out there. You've got Pluto and Saturn in Earth signs in Capricorn, great, but there's nothing in Taurus and nothing in Virgo. We've had Uranus in Aries, Mars in Sagittarius, and now, as of today, Mercury in Aries, and later today, Venus in Aries. So there's a fair bit of fire out there. And of course, we've also had Jupiter in Scorpio, Neptune, Mercury, Venus, and the Sun in Pisces. Today, the Moon is in Scorpio. There hasn't been any planets in air signs, apart from the Moon, for almost a month, and that's not changing anytime soon. It's not going to be until Venus moves into Gemini, I think, along with Mercury in a month or so's time, that the air really begins to creep back in. So there's not a lot of talking. There's been a lot of emotion, a lot of feeling, a lot of sensitivity and intuition over recent weeks, a lot of moodiness, a lot of empathy and compassion, and a lot of in-depth psychological understandings or manoeuvrings. What is noticeable is today how much the energy changes from water into fire. With both Venus and Mercury leaving a water sign and moving into a fire sign, all of a sudden, instead of 5 planets in water and 2 in fire, it moves to 4 planets in fire and only a few in water. So a much more fiery influence today. Because of a blend of fire and water, of a changeover between the two, I expect today to be quite a steamy day. But this is a kind of prelude. A couple of days' time we move into Mercury retrograde shadow. And as I'm advising a lot of people, if you're being affected by the Mercury retrograde, and it is primarily those people born in the first half of Aries, Cancer, Capricorn, Libra who are going to be affected by it, although not exclusively, then it seems that you're either in the position of making actions right now or putting them on hold until the Mercury retrograde shadow clears, which won't be until the middle of April at the earliest, and for many people the end of April. So we're heading into a kind of hiatus where the world's going to hold its breath, and the sense of imminence, the bubble is building underneath. And the more we get into the end of April, start of May, the more that bubble is going to really start rising to the surface. And when it explodes, it's going to explode big time. Early May, mid-May, is going to be a hell of a time. Meantime, I'm packing. I'm going to continue doing my videos all over the coming couple of weeks. In fact, it's going to be more than normal because I'm not going to be in the UK. I'm off to do my readings, lectures, teachings at a global level again, and I'll be back in a couple of weeks. But watch the videos for a change in location. Right, that's it for today. Flying out tomorrow. Catch you later, world. Bye.